Yo, welcome. Good morning, good day. Welcome to another episode of Blerd Lines Podcast. So today we have, of course, your boy Greg, aka Dadpad Gaming, putting it down for the Blerd Lines Media team. Of course, we have your homie, your light-skinned vampire friend this morning, Demigod Sean. And then along with that as well, the long-awaited return of the brown face, round face, circle face assassin, Lady Gunner, a.k.a. Inosuke Simp with two P's, a.k.a. Lady Mirko, a.k.a. that nigga show up when she ready. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Just going day by day. All them names is crazy.
Look, man, you are the queen of names. You got all the names, so we got to say all the names. Put some respect on your name, not one of them, but all of them. You know, that's where we at. That's where we at.
But I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good. You know, we out here. Sean right now is kind of dealing with the effects of being a day walker in the world of vampires, but you know, he in the building. But be careful, because he will cut you with the blade. He ain't playing no games. But today we got some interesting and some fun things on the docket today. Looking at things here, we're going to get into the PlayStation Portable, previously known as the Project Q from PlayStation. We got Baldurs Gate 3 confirmed for Xbox for 2023. Armored Core, some Dragon Age updates, as well as Ahsoka first impressions. So, where do you guys want to start?
Let's talk about that Baldurs Gate 3.
Okay, Baldurs Gate 3. So, Baldurs Gate 3, it's been out for about a month now. Next week, it's finally making its way over to PlayStation 5. But there's been some controversy. Have you heard about what's going on in terms of Baldurs Gate 3 with Xbox?
No, I heard all good things Xbox wise. I haven't really been paying attention because Xbox is
yeah.
What happened on the Xbox scale of things?
Right, so I can get you caught up. So essentially what's going on with Xbox is you know, there's the Xbox Series S and then the Series X. No, not right now. But what's going on is one of the big things that Xbox wanted to do when they put out two consoles is they wanted to have game parity across the board between S and X, meaning that outside of like downgrading resolution, the goal is that for the S, they don't want to like pare down anything other than graphics. All features should be available on both versions of the game. So why that matters to Baldur's Gate is because with Baldur's Gate 3, for the console versions, they have a split screen multiplayer, you know, couch co-op style that you can play. And because the Series S is not as powerful as the X and the PS5, they've been having lots of issues getting that game running. So that is actually part of the reason why, I don't know if you heard, but they were previously saying that Baldur's Gate was not going to be released on the same day as PS5. It's because they had to figure that out. Here we are now. We got an update this week that Xbox essentially made a concession. They broke the system parity policy and is allowing Series X Baldur's Gate 3 to have the multiplayer couch co-op mode, but the Series S version will exclude the couch co-op mode from play in order for them to meet that deadline of launching in 2023. So that's kind of where things are here. So I know none of us are really Xbox people, but like, where does that kind of put you? Because I know for a while people have been complaining about the Xbox Series S within the industry and how it's slowing down progress and stuff. I see you got that devious smile on your face.
I said that sound like everybody who got Xbox got problems. Me heard good things. The story's been good. I was trying not to watch it. Hey, that sound like a personal problem. Like everybody like to say. The story's been good. I've been watching it on Twitter. TikTok has more interactive and more. It's like I don't know. TikTok streamers on there is more funny. I don't know, but
Right.
I've been watching it on Twitch. The first week of launch, I didn't watch it, but then like TikTok been dropping little hints here and there that somebody was streaming it one day, and I get spoiled every time.
Yeah.
And I was just watching it, and so far the story is good. The character customization, like everything has been like A+. Like even Steam rated it a 10 out of 10 on their
Yeah.
game outlook. It sold over 5.2 million copies within the first week of launch, and that was August 17th for PC players. So
Yeah, it's been going crazy. So it's kind of crazy that here we are in PlayStation PC world. We get it today. Well, we get it this week. PC people got it today already, and everybody's having a good time. And then here you are, in the world of memes. You got Squidward, aka Xbox, in a dark room, peeking out the window while we're outside having fun with Baldur's Gate 3.
where's Xbox?
Right, I mean, that's exactly where we are. But like nonetheless, like I'm excited to check it out. So did you get the deluxe to get the
100%. So I can
okay,
play it
got it early.
Saturday.
Right. And
They
then
count down.
right, and I'll be there with you. So I'll be in. I more than likely won't be in Wednesday night. I got school drop-offs and stuff, but I'm definitely pulling up Thursday midday. I'm gonna make sure I make way to kind of get some things done, create a character, have some fun.
You gonna speed run it?
I don't think it's necessarily a game you can speed run.
I've seen a couple speed runs
Really?
already.
That is insane. Like
Somebody, huh?
speed
So
running
there's
Baldur's
been a
Gate.
couple of I mean, not like full game speed runs, but like quest speed runs. So
Okay.
they've been trying to see like how fast you can get into bed with one of the characters.
Oh my god.
They've been trying to see how fast it took one dude, I think like 17 minutes in the first quest to like actually fuck another character.
Could you
What I'm saying?
imagine meeting somebody and crashing in 17 minutes?
Hey, Tinder.
That shit was wild.
Yeah, Tinder is a thing. It's Tinder. Like, granted, I'm not single. Like, is Tinder still cracking?
Tinder still
Yeah.
cracks.
Okay, Tinder's still cracking. That ain't going nowhere. All right, that's wild though. 17 minutes. So you hear that? If you want to hump the bear, invest 17 minutes and you can
Yeah.
hump the bear. That's
I mean,
wild.
it's like
was
it's
wild.
a couple of it's a couple of like tasks or whatever you got to do, and you got to talk to people the right way and shit.
I
But
talk to
another
him
thing
nice.
that I did find out about Baldur's Gate is there's like a race that no matter what you do, uh so has demigod teabag someone in 17 minutes. That's hilarious, Gavin.
That's wild.
Um,
Like knowing
it's happened. It's happened. It's happened.
bruh.
It's happened.
Hey,
I ain't
man.
even
But
look. Yes, please carry on.
There's a race in Baldur's Gate that I was reading about that no matter what you do, if you play as this race, you for whatever reason have like this negative outcome. And the race is tieflings. And according to like I guess Dungeons and Dragons lore, uh tieflings are kind of like the black people of Dungeons and Dragons.
Really?
Essentially like there's I guess like a quest or something along those lines where you have to save like some druids or something, and then you get like the choice, right? So you can choose to save them, you can choose not to save them. If you save them, then they like persecute you for some reason or
What?
another. I don't know the details.
Ungrateful
But then
bastards.
and if you don't save them, then they like their clan retaliates or something like that, and they murder your like entire family as a tiefling.
That's
So
wild.
like you don't really have a good ending as a or like a good life essentially as a
That's wild.
tiefling.
That's like I don't know if you guys saw some years ago when the South Park game came out and the difficulty
Hmm.
slider was
Yeah,
essentially related to your skin tone.
to your skin tone. Yeah, yeah. So
No.
it's
What?
essentially the same shit. Like if you gon' if you're gonna be a tiefling, like just prepare for like to be the nigga of the game. You know what I'm saying?
The redhead
Essentially.
stepchild. So yeah. So
Exactly.
if you want to play hard mode, you
Right.
gotta walk the path
Right.
of the black man and woman. So just kind of keep that in mind. But yeah, like I'm excited, Sean. I know you've been on the fence about it. Kind of like will you, won't you? Kind of on the fence also because like I think last time we talked about it, you said you were kind of stuck between Armored Core and Baldur's Gate. Is that still kind of where you are at this point?
Um. Well, I did buy Armor Core. I haven't
Okay.
played it yet,
Okay.
but I did go ahead and drop the little cash for that. I still haven't actually opened up the season for Destiny either, so
I've
that's
been in
a
slow
thing.
motion, but I know you also been
Um,
kind of out of commission this week, you know. So
yeah.
understandable. Hey, speaking of Destiny, we don't got to get into it, but man, that Trials armor. Have you
Mm.
seen the Trials armor?
Yeah, I mean I haven't played the game, but I've seen memes and I've seen some TikToks and stuff, and it looks like they revamped the Igneous Hammer, which I really do want, but I don't know, man. I'm I'm slow motion right now.
Nah, I feel you. I ain't gonna lie. You know I'm a drip whore. I saw that dragon armor for the warlock, and I was literally
Hmm.
firing up Armor Core like right when I saw that post. It was like I could go do some trials real quick. So
Did you?
I almost
Crazy.
I almost went flawless. I had 5 wins on my card, and then I lost 3 games straight. So
Mm.
but yeah, you know, we out here. I have the helmet, the arms, the legs. No, I have everything except for the legs and the chest piece. So, you know, I might get back to it next week, but I'm definitely ready to get back in the Armored Core. Nonetheless, we can kind of move forward unless anybody has any final thoughts in regards to Baldur's Gate.
Mm-mm.
All right, cool. So, next thing I want to kind of get into real quick is the PlayStation Portable. Um, Now, initially when I saw this thing, I
Can we
was
call this the PlayStation Portable 2? I'm sorry. It just
oh, did I say portable? It's supposed to be Portal. If I said portable, I meant Portal. I don't know if that's like a weird like homage to the PSP because it's PSP and initials and then portable and
right,
portal are really almost the same word.
right.
But I don't know. I do kind of feel like that's kind of sketchy. Like we talk about what the Xbox One X, Series S, Series X all the time, but I think
Right.
PlayStation Portal is kind of getting in that same
It's
bag.
in the same vein.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's in
literally
that
in that
bag.
same vein.
But initial thoughts on this is, I mean, I thought it was kind of cool. Previews came out, things kind of look good at first, but have you guys like been following any of the news going on with the PlayStation Portal at all?
Yeah, I mean it's essentially a fucking emulator. Like it's not even like I still need my PS5 to be hooked up to Wi-Fi and on for me to play. I might as well just take my laptop like I've been doing and a PlayStation 5 controller.
Yeah, yeah, and I get that, and those are some of my sentiments. Like, I get it, especially as a dad. You know, like there are times where maybe I want to play The Last of Us or like a Resident Evil, and the little ones are afraid of the big zombies on the screen. All right, I can slide over to the portal, have a good time, or
So
maybe,
nice.
yeah, or sometimes maybe the wife wants to watch dumb reality shows I don't care about, but she wants to be next to me. All right, cool. Take the TV. I can slide over to the portal. For those things, like I'm all for it. But the thing that kind of most people are kind of getting agitated about here is that they're saying that the battery life, for one, is comparable to the DualSense controller, which is not the greatest.
Bruh.
But even worse than that is that there is no traditional Bluetooth functionality in the PlayStation Portal. So that means to play with it, they do have a headphone jack. So you can jack in that way. But the Bluetooth functionality is tied exclusively to a new technology, proprietary technology called PlayStation Link, where instead of just having a Bluetooth connection, you actually have to buy the new, what is it, the new DualSense Edge Premium or whatever the hell it's called, or the DualSense earbuds. I think they're called the Explorers. It's the Pulse Elite and the Pulse Explorers. That's what it is. You have to buy basically a $150 headset or a $200 earbud set in order to tap into wireless audio for this thing, which at that point puts it right at the price point of buying a PS5 digital. And people are pissed. So
I mean, rightfully so. How heavy is this thing? Because it looks really flimsy, honestly.
So
it doesn't look like it can sustain very much wear and tear at all.
Yeah,
and that's a major concern for it being a portable device. For me, at least.
And I'm with you there as well, because I mean, from what I hear, it's pretty lightweight. They said it's a 8-inch screen, 1080 HDR, 60 frames or 60 hertz, which is fine. I would have preferred OLED, but we got LCD, whatever there. But the big thing is they said that they don't, like, Sony is not offering any kind of case for this thing. At least at this moment. Like, maybe that'll change between now and the end of the year when it's supposed to come out. But it's big, it's awkwardly shaped, it can't go in your your pocket. Like, even though the Switch is fairly big, like, as a man at least, you can put a Switch in your pocket. You know, you can slide it in there.
How big are your pockets?
Men have bigger pockets than women.
Yeah, this is a fact. Men have bigger pockets than women.
You can put a Switch in your pocket?
Yeah, easily, without the case, all that.
Yeah, definitely. Like, we can definitely look right here. This is not the OLED, so it's a little smaller. But look, this is my basketball shorts. You know, we out here. We out here.
But like,
we out
here. I the connection to the remote play already isn't the greatest, no matter what Wi-Fi you're using, wired in or no. Like, even on my vacation, I was playing and I had perfect Wi-Fi. I had, I was wired in. I ended up wiring in my MacBook Pro and was playing some Street Fighter with my uncle and stuff. But like, it was still mad choppy almost the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So it's either choppy or it's grainy or it just doesn't work. It'll time out, the app will close. So if they're gonna really do this and they're gonna make it a remote play device, which is essentially what it is, it has no native power on its own. You might as well, or you need to upgrade that interface. You need to upgrade that connection or those servers because it's not great right now for this product. Like, they would have been better off just building a new PSP, in my opinion.
I get that the price would have been higher, but I definitely could see So I could see it both ways, because like I think that I think if they did the remote device as such, but they kind of did it the proper way, maybe through Android on it, to kind of, because they're saying that it's a form of Android, but it will not essentially have like it'll have an overhaul or a overlay of a proprietary Sony system over it. As the idea is, you probably won't be able to have any type of internal memory on it, or at least a very limited amount. I think that this could have benefited from, like, even if it was remote play for PS5 games, because I get that those are maybe larger and maybe you could still play PS4 games on it, and we got internal memory. I think that probably would have fared a little bit better. The Bluetooth is like a really silly fumble to make. Like, I already have 3 wireless headsets and 2 of them have Bluetooth connectivity and wireless earbuds. So if I want to use this on the go and get the full experience, like, you mean to tell me I have to drop another $150 to $200? I think that's crazy.
Right.
But what I will say is, like, people are reporting that, at least at the preview event, which, runs a little different, but they said at the preview event they could not tell or feel any type of lag in it. So I, like, personally, like, I sometimes do remote play from my PC, from my PlayStation. Like, again, in those situations, I'm like sharing my space, and just as your sentiment, I have to avoid like high demand games that require reaction time, like Street Fighter, and I'm usually gonna play something a little more slow paced, like a turn-based RPG like Persona. So I don't know. But looking at the chat here, really quickly, G wears Jinko jeans. I don't know what those are, but I guess I do. Are those like those big emo jeans from like the 90s? Is that what those are?
With the rhino on them.
With the rhino on them? The carpenter jeans? This nigga said I wear carpenter jeans? Fam, don't come at me like that. That's disrespectful. No, I don't wear carpenter jeans. Okay, T. Will Don has entered the chat. Women have fake pockets. Let's have a pulse check on that right now. Lady Gunner, show us your pockets. Are they real or fake?
I don't have pockets right now.
Oh God,
Lord.
Lady Gunner is on the stream without pants on.
Oh no, I got leggings on. Leggings don't have pockets.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I would never. Yeah,
Touche. You get a pass this time.
Up to the Zoom meeting without pants and shit.
Hey, that's what we need to work on creating. We want to get Blerd Lines Media there faster. Let's find a way to create leggings with pockets. Let's do it. Like, if anybody out there can draw the design, we'll get them printed, or however. Like, I know you would sew up or like do whatever with like jeans or pants. What do you say for leggings? Like,
I don't know, because it's supposed to be like stretchy material.
Yeah,
so that's the Lady Gunner question.
So you wouldn't like weave or sew them? Like,
you have to stitch the pockets on the outside, because leggings, like, it's like a second skin type thing. So wouldn't even look right on leggings anyway. So
you wouldn't look right on leggings. Go away. Nonetheless, it doesn't have an OS. It's literally a remote play. Yep, pretty much. Yes, sir. Big pockets. So yeah, he's saying I wear emo jeans with the little denim loop on them. Thanks. I appreciate the fact that you have hope in me, you dirty bastard. So next here, Lady Gunner, I know you were pretty excited about Dragon Age, because Dragon Age is your jam. I personally did not, like, I seen that there were some updates, but I didn't get caught up with them. So what's going on in the world of Dragon Age Dreadwolf and the updates that we got this week?
I was chilling back on that too. I just know they pushed it back again. They announced it being released 2024, 2025.
Okay.
It got announced in like 2018. So a lot of that stuff I just been kind of like playing back and keeping chill on. But the creators hope to push it back, release it around April 2024. Um, and it passed the alpha game testing, which is basically, I guess, they test run it from beginning to end, like continuously.
So is this the Dragon Age Inquisition game? What is this?
So
What
No,
is Dragon
Dragon Age,
Age?
Dead Wolf. So it's a new Dragon Age game that they developed.
so yeah, it is the same. So background for you, like, so you are aware of BioWare, like they're essentially like almost EA's version of Bethesda Studios. Like,
Yeah, I know
yeah,
BioWare.
yeah. So
I seen the anime, you know what I'm saying?
okay,
I ain't that uneducated, but like how long
yes,
have we been waiting on this game?
officially, what, maybe 2 or 3 years, right?
Okay,
Something
not
like
too terrible, I guess,
Yeah, it's a,
considering the pandemic.
yeah, it's a weird hodgepodge because they did not only they do Dragon Age, which used to be a huge deal. They also did KOTOR as well, so Knights of the Old Republic. And they really got known for
Yeah.
being like one of those big choose your own adventure RPG developers. And then we rode around. They were sitting high for a little bit. Uh, I think, was it the most recent Dragon Age? Was that one Inquisition, or was that
uh
3?
Inquisition is the last one that dropped.
Yeah, but I do know that out of the 3 or 4 Dragon Ages that they dropped, one of them was kind of like warmly received. Some people weren't all that big on it. And also, with that as well, then their next game after that was what's that damn game? Was Anthem, which we all know how Anthem went. So the idea here is Dragon Age. I want to say they announced like shortly after Anthem, like, hey, we're working on Dragon Age, but nothing official came out. But within the last couple years, they officially gave us the name Dragon Age Dreadwolf, said they're working on it. We'll hear more soon. So I guess this is soon.
So like
1 second, guys.
I just want to circle back. Do y'all know if there's any
Okay, that's cool. I'll
like
meet you at the door.
third person to Baldur's Gate? Like I heard there was like third person aspects like in the conversation, but can you actually play third person or is it just gonna be top down?
No, so from what I understand, you can control the camera. I'm assuming that's going to translate over to the console version, but in PC, when you are in battle, they usually recommend that you go like the over the top just so you get a full view of the battlefield. But when you're in exploration or even in battle, you can do it at any time, at least on PC. You can actually switch the camera to be over the shoulder, so that way when you're exploring you kind of get to see a lot of the world up close and get to interact and see those items sitting around and such.
Hmm. Maybe I'll consider buying it September 7th. Hmm. So
I'll be
I
back
mean
in one
with
second. You
Dragon
guys
Age,
do stuff.
oh yeah, you're good. Um with Dragon Age though, like Lady Gunner, is there anything that you're expecting or hoping for? This sounds like it's your jam.
I just want it to be. Hopefully, it's like instead of just continuing off of Inquisition, make it into a whole new game. Like, have you played any of the Mass Effect series?
With the Mass Effect series?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
hopefully they do it kind of like, cause all the Dragon Age series was good except for Inquisition was like all right, and the same thing with like Mass Effect, like Andromeda was cool. So hopefully Dead Wolf is a different story entirely and not closely related to
just
Inquisition.
like a
Because this
continuation.
story was
Okay.
kind
Because
of,
I never played Dragon Age. What kind of game is that in the first place? Is it like
it's kind of like
adventure?
a, you create a character that's kind of like your choices is choice based too. I haven't played them in a long time, but like you're also like hated by like mankind because you're like you absorb blights and shit like that. It's kind of it's like each of the stories is different. I haven't played them since like Xbox 360 days,
Okay.
but each of the stories
Yeah, I've never
Inquisition.
played
I
it.
know Inquisition. I don't really care for.
I'll probably try it out. I wonder if any of the old ones are on the PS Premium. It's a RPG,
Yeah, it's an
Jay.
RPG story. So you can I really like games where you can customize and create your own characters and create your own things like that. So
Mm,
um, that's where it really
yeah,
got me into like Mass Effect and Dragon Age. But
Right.
got you.
I also
Okay.
got Armor Core for that. But Armor Core been kind of
Oh, okay. Well,
I still like
so
it though. I like it. It's like some of the boss battles are like fun, but that's a different topic.
yeah, we'll be there shortly. So, I mean, from the sound of things here, like Sean, I know that you are. I mean, you've always been a fan of like the fantasy aspects of certain things and all of that. So, like between all of this fantasy goodness going on, like I know you was still on the fence about Baldur's Gate, kind of waiting to see what that looks like. Um, so I know you guys are talking about Dragon's Age. Is that on the PS Plus?
I thought I
I
had seen
don't.
it, but I
If
could
you
be
have,
lying
let
to
me.
myself.
I'm gonna check. I haven't seen. I know Inquisition was at one point. Then it was on sale. Dragon Age is like really old. It's like PS3, Xbox 360 type days. So
Okay.
if it is on there, I know
Okay.
where my
It could be on Game Pass as well, like, but definitely like for
yeah.
me, Dragon Age wasn't necessarily my speed at the time. Like since then, like my gaming palette has kind of expanded a little bit. I think
Mm-hmm.
once I get over like whatever Baldur's Gate hits for, I could loop back around. Well, so we'll see. But all in all, like I look forward to the where the fantasy genre of games are going, because it seems like really with the explosion of Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, the Witcher Netflix series, like everybody is fantasy crazy right now. So I hope we stay on a
Facts.
good wave and that it doesn't become oversaturated like vampires did back in like the 2010s.
Yeah, there were a lot of
Twilight was
vampire,
And
darkness,
zombies.
like zombie.
Oh
Yeah, there was a
gosh.
lot of they did. Well, and I was thinking about it too the other day. It actually kind of goes in a rotation, in my opinion. Like we get a wave of superheroes, we get a wave of like Legos out the blue, we get a wave
Yeah.
of fantasy games, and then obviously you get our yearly sports games, which you know it's a cycle. It's usually a healthy cycle, but a lot of times, like you said, it can get oversaturated.
Yeah. Shout out to The Walking Dead, the show that just never ended. Gosh.
It just won't fucking die, bro. Like it's literally a zombie. It just won't die.
It's like the
yeah.
crazy thing.
They created new zombies.
What was that
They created like a new zombie now.
in The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
No.
They have a
Mm-mm.
whole new show coming out.
So this is my thing. Like, and really quickly, and we'll move on to Armor Core. But it's like
Please.
what makes The Walking Dead so egregious is like at the point that they decided they were gonna like actually like divert from the actual like story of the comics, like I'm fine with that. Like sometimes you have to deviate from the source material, but there were several points that they had the ability to create an exit. What season 1 and 2 we had the thing of, oh, let's get to the CCD, and they might have some information for us, the CDC, sorry, they might have some information for us, and then we run into Mullet Man and he's like, oh well, I have the cure, we got to get to Washington. We followed that dude for like 4 seasons, and he's like, oh wait, I lied, I just needed protection, and I'm a punk. Like, and then
He's
we
a
go
bitch the whole
there.
time. Bro,
Right.
I just no. That
Right.
show was just that show is just too much, bro. Like they
Right.
really just put too much into it.
Yeah, and it just got worse because even then it's all right. We found a society where we're happy and we can be cool, and maybe we can just start rebuilding society, and that's fine.
Right.
And maybe you have a show or two where you're just, or a season or two where you're defending your homeland, but then like nope, let's destroy this twice, thrice. All right, now you're doing it again. This time, let's kill Glenn, everyone's favorite character. And then the
Bruh.
craziest thing, spoiler alert for anyone who's an insane person that still cares, you know, Glenn's wife, what was her name, Maggie? She ended up getting with the guy who watermeloned his head.
Yeah, bro. Like that shit.
What?
Nah.
Yeah, what was his name? Not Regan, Negan. Yeah,
Negan,
so
yeah.
Negan and Maggie end up getting together, and they have their own spin-off show now.
Yep.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like the show that never ends. It's Lamb Chop, the M-rated series.
It won't die.
Right, but we can slide into Armored Core now. So Armored Core has been out for a couple days. Lady Gunner, you've played a little bit. I've played a little bit. Makes No Kin is with us in spirit. Sean, you've purchased the game, but you have not started it yet.
I've watched a little bit about it. I've kind of been trying to like get my bands together because I ain't gonna lie, like I've never played an Armored Core game. I can't remember ever playing an Armored Core game. So like this is another whole new kind of game to me.
Mhm.
And I'm kind of treating it how I treated Elden Ring in a
Right.
lot of ways, where I'm doing a lot of like studying
Right, yeah.
before I even get into the fucking game.
You've probably played an
I've been
Armored Core
watching them.
before, though. Like, have you ever gotten one of those Pizza Hut demo discs?
Yeah, but
It
like
was on there.
I didn't play it though. I didn't play it,
Oh,
bro.
man.
Like I don't know. And I love Gundam like as a kid. Like
Right.
Gundam was cool. You know what I'm saying? But like I never really played Armored Core. So I do want to like take it seriously, especially if I'm gonna stream it, you know what I'm saying? And of course have fun with it too, but you gotta know what the hell you're doing.
Right. Right. And very quickly, Gavin in chat says Negan is the GOAT. Yeah, at that moment, like, that's dirty macking to the fullest. Like, it's one thing to put a nigga down to get his girl. It's another thing to smash his head with a baseball bat, watermelon that man, and then turn around and take his girl. His wife. Like, yeah, City Boys is up by 100 off of that.
It's her. Like, you gonna go with a man that just smashed the love of your life's head in? Like,
she got PTSD, bro.
Right, Stockholm's.
Stockholm, there it is. Stockholm syndrome.
It's tragic. But so I know you said you've been like doing some research, Lady Gunner. Like, where are you with Armored Core? I know it seemed like maybe you were like voicing a little frustration.
The bosses is ridiculous. Like, the deeper you get, especially first of all, that first boss, when you first get there, is a body there, you get your code name, helicopter come around the corner, and I'm like, okay, kill a helicopter, easy peasy. No, first of all, I'm half health. I only got 2 health packs. You're supposed to have 3, so you're going to halfway prepared. And it's like you're supposed to, like, unless somebody's the GOAT out here, you just beat it first phase.
Yeah.
And then I did have fun on one boss. It's I forgot. It's on chapter 2, but he's like,
"Ooh, you in chapter 2? You fancy?"
Oh yeah, I'm getting there a little bit. He's talking to your handler. He's like, "How many dogs you gonna send here to die?" And I'm thinking, like, so you send other people here to fight this dude and they die? Like it's like something going on with your handler, and like you're basically a mercenary. Like the story is kind of like, it's fun, but it gets kind of boring because you're by yourself, and you're like a lone shark. And like I'm trying to get to the PvP part. You don't get to PvP till you beat chapter 2, the beginning of chapter 3.
Okay.
Which is called Ocean something.
Yeah,
but,
and I can agree. Like
PvP, that's interesting.
And the story mode, and there's a reason why. Because if you go to PvP against some of these guys that are just like blazing through the game, you're gonna get wrecked.
Yeah, they are.
You're gonna get wrecked.
My brother went in there last night. I was
Is it
playing the
like
story.
1-on-1
All I heard
or?
was,
So you
"Oh
can do
hell no,"
so you can do 1v1,
or
3v3.
3v3.
Is there a 2v2 or is there just 3v3 and 1v1?
1v1, 3v3. Then they're supposed to be releasing like a 9v9 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ,
Now,
9v9?
yeah. Now, what I'll say is like I agree with you on the story. Like even like being towards the end of chapter 1, the game story is delivered like the game is from 2006. Like because like the story is like delivered through essentially dialogue during loading screens and then conversations that you're having like mid level. Like there are no cutscenes. You never see your pilot outside of his armored core.
You don't
Um,
interact at all. You just
yeah,
listen.
yeah, like you don't like interact. There's no dialogue decisions, but the story is the story, and it's fine. But at the same time, like gameplay wise, this is while I can't say like this is the best game of the year. It is absolutely up there with Final Fantasy 16 as one of the coolest games of the year. Because like you, like that first boss, I don't know how many times you lost to him, but I probably went down like somewhere between 8 to 10 times.
It's been like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. Now, and the reason that I like the boss is because that first boss really kind of sets the pace for the game, where most other like games from software will put the game out. You'll go through a tutorial. They'll teach you everything about the game, essentially, or at least all the basics, and then from there you'll get into it and figure shit out from there. No, like this game is different in the fact that they show you, hey, this is how you shoot, this is how you dodge, go do stuff, and then you run into the boss.
Wow.
And the boss really teaches you the concept of the game is like, and I think for anybody who's familiar with Souls games and is expecting Souls game, they're going to struggle the most because that's when they get you to understand like, no, this is not roll around in circles, lock onto your enemy, and dodge roll until you see an opening. This is no, get in there, get your hands dirty, use your sword, stagger this bitch, and blow it up.
I
I
noticed
got
from
two
some
guns
of
right
the
now, so
videos they were saying that like there's no invincibility
Yeah,
frames
there
that you
isn't.
can use. You can dodge, you can use the environment, you can dash in, which can potentially ricochet some
Yeah,
like projectiles or whatever, can ricochet them, but like that's it. Like you have to figure it out. One of the
yeah.
guys that I watch, um, I don't know how to say his name, but it starts with a V. I'm gonna try and say it, and I might butcher it. But Vividia.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he does like the Elden Ring lore videos. He's actually doing some Armored Core 6 lore videos, which I'm very interested in too. So yeah, man. I'm definitely interested in the game. I'll probably try and pick it up today and see how it does. I do also want to get into some trials, but that just depends. We haven't gone flawless in a while, so
Yeah, I'm
we'll
still a
have to
little
see.
sore about that.
I need to see how this new season's working out. Everybody's saying it's pretty nice though, so from what I'm seeing on the internet with it, we'll see.
Yeah, I haven't. I've been playing here and there, but I haven't done any of the seasonal stuff yet. Which
No.
I'm bad about that. But usually, if I start opening week, I'll keep up with it. So I'll probably like get to it and get
You
caught
got the
up.
new exotic, didn't you? With the season pass.
Oh, the boomer. Yeah, I got the boomer
Mhm.
cannon.
You like it?
I haven't. I actually have not used it yet. I did see that there's some broken stuff that you can do with the Titan, with it.
And the warlock.
I haven't seen the Warlock stuff yet.
They
So,
just disabled a aspect for the warlock because it was broken, but
oh, boo.
there's another exploit from what I understand. So you might You might look for that.
Yeah, because I saw one. I think it was either the Titan or the Hunter was getting basically unlimited grenades, like based on aspects in that weapon, which is crazy. But all in all, kind of back to Armored Core. Like, so I know you said that you'll probably pick it up. Overall, it sounds like right now you're really enjoying the game, lady.
I mean, yeah, battle wise is fun, especially like I said, this is one boss in chapter 2. He's actually a mech like you. Like I
Yeah,
said, he dies, gonna die. And like that game is really, I feel like it's based 98% on movement. Like
yeah,
it's not even dodging, it's moving. Like you gotta drift left, drift right, jump, dodge. Like you can't just, and
So
then
are
if
you
you dodge
guys
in the
going
same
for
direction,
speed builds? You guys are going for speed
mine is
or
you don't
tank?
gotta go for speed. You can be a tank. You have more health. Right now, I'm between like my Gundam. I have 2 guns. Then I have 2 rockets on my back that shoot 8 rockets at you. But my legs are small, so it gives me a better jumping handle and movement speed. I also can't take as many hits as I could in the beginning. So
yeah.
it really depends on how you play and how you want to, like, are you comfortable having more health, or are you wanna? I was comfortable like with my Gundam at first, like with my health. So I want to try being faster, and it's a little bit more stressful.
Yeah, like I'm with you there. I'm a lightweight boost build right now. I'm having fun with it. For anybody that checked out the thumbnail, that's actually my Armored Core right there in the thumbnail. It's kind of feeling like a Metal Gear Rex at the
Oh, that
time
is yours?
yeah, that's mine. Yeah, so I kind of
That's
got the
cool.
Metal Gear vibes going with it.
You do?
But it's really cool, like in the sense that I'm having fun with the game, but after I did my last build, I went into the test your Armored Core mode, and I actually activated a not like regular enemies, but an Armored Core enemy in the training room, and that's when it clicked for me that some of the missions now, like I just did the mission where you fight like the big giant dude from the trailer that they show. And then I also beat the other mission where you have to like hit that tank dude from the back end. Pause.
Hey,
The
But
Juggernaut.
yeah. So I just got past those, which those are really cool missions. Those are interesting boss battles. But there's something to be said about the Armored Core versus Armored Core battles that are really dope. Because
yeah,
after I did that first one in the test your Armor Core mode, I fought like 5 of them and could not stop until I realized that I wasn't gonna receive any type of points from it. And I'm like, all right, let me stop. So I would imagine, like, as you get to unlock PvP and you get to see different builds, and the weapon variety is really, really crazy. Like I'm just like getting
Okay.
to the points I'm starting to see like rail guns and plasma
yeah, they got lasers
explosions.
and plasma cannons. Yeah,
Yeah.
I lead off and take a break because this is one boss on there. So I got a light build, but you have to take down his shield while he's shooting. So he shoots almost like in a 360 direction. He launches the first wave. They come forward, but then they spread out and start coming at you. Then he launches a second wave. He
Sheesh.
launches the first wave vertical, then he does horizontal. Then they all start coming at you. I don't got that much health. I gotta knock his shield down before I can do damage. Oh wow, he's damaging me. Like
Yeah.
it's annoying. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay,
Cause that's the thing, when you got those light bills, they stagger quick.
bruh.
They stagger quick. But
Yeah.
it's fun. Like
Okay.
what I'm starting to notice is like my biggest issue with having a specialized lightweight class early in the game is that I do not have the equipment yet to have a large amount of boost. So I'm running out of boost faster than anything, and that's really what's catching me up. But as I get to like upgrade and have more boost, I think I'll be in the money. So we'll see. Last topic of the day though, so that we're not here forever today. Ahsoka is finally here. Personally, I didn't watch the second episode. I watched the first episode. I thought the first episode was pretty fun. I do now see that I probably should have did my homework and finished Clone Wars before I got here, but I did enjoy the episode nonetheless. Sean, I know you're gonna go crazy here on this topic. Lady Gunner, have you watched any of this at all?
I'm still Amanda.
That's enough. Look, there's nothing wrong with that. You go and you finish your journey with Mando and Baby Yoda.
Mm-hmm. Yes, finish that.
Yes,
because he's growing up. Shit's happening. It's beautiful, honestly. Ahsoka, man, Ahsoka went crazy for me. They had a lot of callbacks, not only to Clone Wars but to Rebels. I think Rebels is gonna be way more adamant here. Just because he did both, and yeah, man, I'm wondering if we're actually gonna see Ezra in this series. I have a lot of questions. There's a lot of theories going on. But one that really interests me was a theory about Starkiller. Um, so if you don't know, like Starkiller is a
non-canon, but we want them back.
non-canon Star Wars character who was a secret apprentice of Darth Vader. He has 2 video games on PlayStation and I think on
I
other
mean,
platforms too.
we could give him
But
3 if we throw in Soul
we
Calibur.
really need 4. We really need 2 more. Like I really need him to like meet Cal Kestis or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But either way, um it said in the games, of course, that he's like stronger than Vader, right? And so in the second game, there are 2 endings. There's a dark side ending, there's a light side ending. The theory is that Galen Merrick, which is Starkiller's real name, is Marek, from which is the Inquisitor of this Ahsoka series. I'm very interested to see if it's him. They actually have the same voice actor and video model who did Galen Merrick. They have him in the credits for Ahsoka, if you look. So
Do
I
they?
think that theory, yeah, they
Oh,
found him in the credits. So I think either it's gonna be like a clone that like a new clone, you know what I mean? Like a
yeah.
different version of
That's ugly.
Starkiller, or it will be the one from the end of Star Wars Force Unleashed 2
That's
with the
wild.
dark side ending. Like those are the 2 theories that are popping out right now. Um and I'm excited, man, because we've wanted that character to be canon for what,
Ever.
15 years
I
now,
mean,
10
really,
years,
really,
man.
since Disney went and wiped the slate clean of all
Yeah,
Star Wars media, like that,
yeah,
like, of course, like some of the stuff that's happened in some of the novels, but other than like the hardcore people on the novels, like there have been so many people that were like, all right, well, whatever, but just give us Starkiller back.
right. Give us Starkiller and make a new Riven game, and like every Star Wars individual will probably be
Yeah,
happy.
definitely. Yeah, I'm excited to hear that we're kind of getting some rumblings there. The only other thing that I'm really kind of hoping for, because this is during the same time period from what I understand, and you can correct me because I know you know more than I do, but this is around the same like time period as like Cal Kestis is kind of like on his mission and doing his thing too.
Yeah,
So I think that's
yeah.
another, especially like as tight, and his real life name is like leaving me right now, but he is like another character who really, like as an actor, like shows a lot of pride in being intertwined in
Oh
Star
wait,
Wars and the canonical line of it.
yeah, no, he is in the canonical line, but I think this you might be right
Because Vader is still around in Ahsoka, right?
no, the Empire quote unquote is dead in Ahsoka.
Okay. Okay.
So
So this would be after
this would be after all of the Jedi Survivor games. Yeah.
okay. So this essentially is after the original trilogy then. So this is
Yeah, this would
before
be
the new trilogy.
this is
Okay.
supposed to
Okay.
bridge the gap along with Mando of
Gotcha.
how the First Order comes into play.
Okay.
And there's a lot of that, there's a lot that alludes to that actually in the second episode. You see like individuals who are still undercover for the Empire and still praise the Empire. Like they've essentially infiltrated the government. They've infiltrated the New Republic, and the New Republic officials are almost repeating the same mistakes that the Jedi made in the prequel series by being blind to the dark side, by not paying attention to, you know what I mean, what's going on in people's hearts and
Right.
stuff
The
like that.
hubris of man.
The hubris of man, exactly. So like it's very interesting to see them as far as like these new shows that are coming out bridge the gap between
Yeah.
all of these trilogies. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen in the future. I know there's supposed to be like a Rey movie coming out, but I think that if this Ahsoka show does well, we're gonna get an Ahsoka movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rosario Dawson is already like she's
right. She's
she's
killing it,
in.
bro.
She is
She's
in.
killing it.
And that's
And
what
they
I gained
wanted
from that first episode.
they wanted the original voice actor to do her because she does a cosplay of Ahsoka, which she does very, very well. And I don't think I would have been mad at her playing it either, but I do think that Rosie Dawson is doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, definitely. So right now I know it's early, but between what you've got in the first 2 episodes here, out of what is this, 8 episodes or 10?
Yeah, I think it's 8.
Okay, 8. So what are you giving this on a scale from 1 to 10 at this very moment?
So for the first 2 episodes, man, I'm definitely giving them about an 8 on the blurred line scale. Um, some of the like acting and just some of the way that things were kind of portrayed as like force sensitive users and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
it's just kind of weird, but um I do enjoy the show. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I do recommend it. So I'm
Yeah.
definitely giving it an 8, and I'm hopeful to see what's happening in the future with it.
Yeah. So I'm pretty close right now. I'm giving it a 7. Simply because like though I enjoy it as a I'll say it. I'm a casual Star Wars fan. Like I enjoy it. I don't dip into everything as deep as I probably should. Um, but knowing that there's homework to do and that this show not necessarily wants you to, but expects you to kind of know what's going on to get into it, I kind of
Mhm.
have to I have to kind of take it down from an 8 to a 7 because like I get it. Like yeah, like I get it. But the difference is like the MCU, when the MCU does it, it's like these are all things that have been going on and people have been watching these movies for like the last 10 years. But like
Mhm.
let's face it, like the Clone Wars is a phenomenal show. I enjoy it every time I sit down with it. But it's been, until Disney Plus, it's been a increasingly difficult show to keep up with. There was
But
the
see, I
cats.
think that's where you're messing up at. I'm not gonna even hold you. Like the Clone Wars is hard up until I think like season 3. Season 3 is where like shit really starts to go
Oh no,
crazy.
no. So
But
not
you wanna
narrative wise. Like I
okay,
think the narrative is fine. Like I'm catching up with it there. But as far as like the history of the show, it was on Cartoon
oh yeah,
Network, then it was canceled, then it was brought
right,
back, and then they
yeah.
brought it back under a different name, and then Disney Plus, they had new episodes that linked to it, but then they were different on a different show. Like that is what, like, though we
So
have
it's
Disney
Star
Plus
Wars
now.
Rebels that
Yeah.
you really gotta pay attention to. Star
Okay.
Wars Rebels. And if you honestly, if you really want to like do homework but not have to watch both shows and go through all of that information, um, I do recommend checking out either Screw Attack or not
Okay.
Screw Attack, but
Shout out to Screw
Screen
Attack. I miss
Crush.
those guys.
Yeah, I miss Screw Attack. But Screen Crush, I recommend checking out Screen Crush on YouTube,
Okay.
or even Heavy Spoilers. Both
Okay.
of those channels, they do the weekly breakdowns of the Marvel shows
Okay.
and of the Star Wars shows, but they've also went back and kind of condensed
Okay.
Clone Wars and Rebels into one like 30-minute video
Okay,
for
cool.
you
Yeah, I'll
to
check
catch
that
up.
out. I'll probably check that out. I also seen Disney Plus had a like a journey of Ahsoka like section where you can go and literally watch the episodes that are pivotal to her journey leading into the show. So I'll
Right.
probably like hit a mixture of both of those and start to make sense of some of this stuff.
And then
But
you've also got the Jedi Tales too, because she has a whole season of the Jedi Tales.
oh, okay. See,
With
I've got so much
with
homework to do.
well, it's just her like upbringing before she actually meets Anakin.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'll get there. Now, Lady Gunner, I know, she said you have not started the show yet. Is it on your end, is this anything that you're interested in? Or kind of not really caring
I
or
wouldn't get deep into the Star Wars franchise and series, especially Ahsoka. I just don't feel like I should skip the Mandalorian. I know Sean said you could just watch it without looking at the other ones, but I just feel like I will understand it better and feel like a deeper involvement if I do watch it through the series and like in order.
yeah, no. And I agree. And as someone who's halfway in, halfway out the door, you probably need to do a little bit of homework. But I don't know
Yeah.
how far you're in Star Wars, but there's a lot of cool stuff. Like, definitely check them out. Disney Plus makes it really easy to get the Prime storyline in and out. Then from there, it's just kind of like picking where you want to look next, because some of those
Yeah.
stories are like loosely tied to like the Skywalker story, and some of them are just like, hey, that stuff kind of happened here, but we're kind of doing our own thing in this corner of the universe. So there's a lot of different stuff going on there.
Just think about it like the movies are a continuation of a story of a family.
Mhm.
That's what the movies are.
Yeah,
And then every other TV show is kind of like the story of the fallout
yeah,
of that family's conflict, of two families actually, the Palpatines and the
yeah.
Skywalkers.
It's
Like,
essentially the royal families bumping heads. Is
right,
in short the
exactly,
story of Star Wars.
exactly.
But it's a little more interesting in that.
It's like poetry. They rhyme.
Right.
A Star Wars fan will get that.
Right. But nonetheless, I'm excited for the next episodes of Ahsoka. I think I'm gonna go back and definitely watch some of those videos that you're recommending. So if you can link me some of those, it'd be appreciated.
Yeah, for sure.
But definitely here, let's go ahead and roll into recommendations. Lady Gunner, you've been quiet because you've not Ahsoka at all just yet. So you can go first. What are you recommending or throwing in the trash in the honor of Mason, who was supposed to be here but had other obligations?
I am recommending getting Baldur's Gate 3. Go ahead, get a shot. I know you said him. I mean, I've been watching it. It's a great. The only thing I don't like is turn based, but it's a great RPG customization. You customize yourself, your guardian. You can play up to with 4 friends. So you, me, Nick, Greg, all customize our own characters and like interact differently within the story. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I do think that's a cool thing too, because it's like when you play single player, I know you can like choose which member of your party interacts with certain people. So maybe as a brute, you might be more inclined to hang out and talk to the barbarians and kind of get what you need out of them. But in some situations, it might take more intelligence, and you might need a wizard to have that conversation. So like we can talk amongst each other, like, all right, well, shit, Lady Gunner, look, man, you're the thief, like, and you probably stole some shit. You got to sit in the back. Like, Greg, you go handle this with your wizard wisdom, or like. So I do think that's cool. Yeah,
Nick could be a wizard, Greg could be a barbarian, Sean, I feel like you could be a paladin, and you, as a paladin, you make an oath, and if you break that oath, you can be an oath breaker, and then like you have your own cut scene. Like, it's so many Easter eggs within that game.
Yeah,
and
it's a lot of cool stuff.
It's gonna be crazy.
Personally, and I know we're in recommendations. I'm just curious. Do you know what build you're making just yet?
I don't know, but I know I want to make I think he called it a tiefling. I always called it a tiefling. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's the tiefling. Yeah,
you
she want to be a nigga.
You about to have a struggle. You about to have like the
black woman struggle.
Fighting, but for sure, I'm getting Dark Urge. So Dark Urge is like you have these voices in your head, and you can choose to listen to them or not.
Oh my god, man!
It's gonna be crazy. So
this woman wild. She wild. So personally, on my end, I've already decided my class and race. So I'm going to do because I mean it's one of those that you kind of have to do some research on, because it's like you can reclass and such, but it'll slow down the process. But I've decided that I'm going to do a half elf as my race. And for my class, I am going to do a warlock sorcerer hybrid.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'll be out here doing some things, making some moves, doing space wizard shit in the fantasy land this time around. So, John, I know you don't really know what you're doing yet, but I know as you've played a little bit of D&D in real life, are you looking to recreate your D&D character in this game, or if you do get it, do you think you're going in another direction?
I don't know. That's actually a really good question. I have not asked myself.
And what are you in D&D?
So I'm like, hold on, let me see if I can find him, because I haven't been in a while, but I'm a hybrid race. I'm like part human. He's a thief, actually.
Okay, thief. Okay, so Sean is the thief that needs to sit in the back and can't talk to nobody.
He is a thief that can use magic, and he fights pretty decently too. So
okay,
yeah, I might actually recreate him.
It's gonna be fun. Like, I seen somebody streaming, they made a gnome character and everybody was jumping over.
I'm not making a gnome. Fuck that.
Yeah, he's like a half human, half he's a half human, half native of the land. So
what is that? That's the I forget what that one's called. It's a I know what you're talking about. They can kind of like plant people almost.
Yeah.
I forget what they're called, like dredgeling or something like that. I forget.
Yeah, something along those lines, I think. But yeah, he looks more human than native, and yeah, he can conceal himself, and he's got this whole personal backstory going on and shit. So with his mom,
right? So he's coming back. The return of the of the shape-shifting thief. I'm here for it. Sean, what are you going to recommend this week, bro?
Watch Bleach.
Oh.
Watch Bleach. Definitely watch Bleach this week, but I can't wait till next week. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I'm a broken human because I watched the first 2 episodes, was like, this is fire, and it just never got back to it.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I'm a pissy anime fan. Yeah, I'll get back to it.
Shame.
Right. It's like, yeah, I gotta
Complete
walk.
shame.
I gotta walk down the
Yes.
streets while you guys ring the
you
bell
do.
naked while people throw lettuce at me.
People throw lettuce and all type of other rocks and shit at your ass. Like, what?
Man. Yeah.
How have you not continued?
I don't know,
bro.
It's because I hate myself. I'm so sorry.
Ichigo Kurosaki is showing up, man.
I'm gonna get back to it. I know I'm gonna get back to it. I just haven't. I've been. Yeah,
bro,
I am.
Come on, man.
I know. You don't even have to tell me. I know. I've been seeing screenshots and clips like, ooh.
I'm saying, bro. I'm saying even the episode prior, my man Kenpachi. Oh my god, bro. Just watch
I'm gonna do
it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
I want to be Kenpachi.
You want to be Kenpachi when you grow up?
I want to be Kenpachi.
I'm not mad at that. I guess I'll close out our recommendations. My recommendation is easy, and it's kind of been the theme of a lot of the things on this particular episode. We got Lady Gunner interested in Star Wars. None of us are really 100% sure on Baldur's Gate, but are all interested enough to give it a try. Armored Core is something new for Sean, and I'm assuming Lady Gunner in some respect. It's cool to like what you like, but try new shit. Like, it's okay. Like sometimes you just gotta risk it for a biscuit. Try something new. If you all you play is Apex, I don't know, try Pokemon. If all you play is Call of Duty, try Street Fighter. But you know, if all you watch is stupid reality TV shows, try The Witcher. Just try new shit.
Man, oh man, I'm gonna miss Henry Cavill so much, bro.
Yeah, I'm not excited for
I am not excited
for young Thor,
Mr. Hemsworth Jr.
Right. Nobody wants you. They don't like you.
I'm not excited.
But nonetheless, here we'll go ahead and wrap up. So definitely a special shout out to Jay All Day, Liv, T Will, the Don, anybody else who pulled up here, kind of skimmed through very quickly. Yep, Mo did pull up, and I think Ray had pulled up at a point as well. You guys are solid. We appreciate you. You could have been anywhere in the world this Sunday morning, but you were here with us. That means the world to us. So to you, you deserve the heartiest gang.
Gang.
Have a wonderful week, y'all. We'll catch y'all next week.